Now, how to describe the first 4 games in the Toronto-Miami series in just one word?
Boring?
No.
No.
Well, that's a possibility. Raptors head coach Dwayne Casey says competitive. His counterpart, Miami's Eric Spoelstra, says complex. Dwayne Wade, intense. Goran Dragic says it's ugly.
I agree with him.
Whatever your description, the 2-2 series in which 3 of the first 4 games went to OT resumed in Toronto on Wednesday night. Series lead on the line, and
How could OT games be boring?
Because listen, these are guppies getting ready
Look at
to
Kenny Shoestring.
wrestle with
I've
them.
never seen shoestring.
no, it's not shoestring.
Come
It's
on,
just
Alex
tape, man.
McKechnie.
How
What is
shoestring?
it?
It's tape.
No, if you saw at the
No,
top, he had the tip.
no, it's tape.
Hey, hey, Kenny, why you be arguing with Ernie lately?
Yeah,
My man,
especially
Alex
on
McKechnie.
silly stuff like that.
Thank you.
It's tape.
Whatever it is, it's working.
Well, he should have
wanna
put it
see
on like 5 games ago.
About
Kyle Lowry getting it going.
These guys got to pick it up if Toronto's going to win this series, man. Really got to pick it up. And this guy's been great.
Yep.
Oh, I see
Bismack
you.
Biyombo.
I see you.
Oh, my God. He's waving the fingers and everything.
Waving his fingers, doing the Usain Bolt.
I know.
Okay, I see you. Oh,
Off the DeRozan miss, there's Biyombo
Flexing his
again.
muscle.
oh, give me that.
Blocking shots.
Oh, no, no, no,
You know what
no.
I mean?
No.
He got a lot of movement for a guy averaging 6 points a game.
Reward that big man.
Reward him on the other end. Yes,
SLD.
indeed.
What's it? That's
They led by 20 in the first half.
And then they almost giving away 10 straight points right before the half.
You saw Luol Deng. He tripped over a cameraman and hurt his wrist. And the x-rays were inconclusive, but when he kind of re-injured it a little bit later, he was done for the night. And we move to the third.
That's big.
And
Dragic.
He's having a great series, Luol Deng.
well, the one thing you can count on, Toronto walking the ball up and down the court in the last 5 minutes, they're going to let you back in it.
DeMar DeRozan finding the range and pulls up and buries another one. 68-55.
That shoestring worked.
Still at a double-digit lead.
Oh,
And now here's DeMarre Carroll, who hurts the left wrist on the Toronto side.
he's out next game, Ernie.
Dr. O'Neal, stop it.
He's out.
Did you figure out what an abductor is?
Yeah, come on, man. You know the guy. You haven't even see him. You didn't examine him, man.
It was 75-62, so a 13-point Toronto lead going to the fourth quarter. DeRozan again. He would have 13 in the fourth quarter. Justice Winslow hands the jumper.
Not known for shooting that jumper, but hit that one.
Now it's a 5-point game, and Corey Joseph with the reverse.
Man.
Okay.
Okay, that's all that registers on
I
the
see you.
O'Neal scale. Okay.
Tough shot.
Oh, vintage.
Yep. D Wade,
Here we come.
88-85. Wade again.
Oh,
That wasn't a foul right there.
was.
That was not a foul.
that wasn't.
Take a look at the replay.
That was not a foul, man.
Let's see.
Take a
Not
look at
even
it.
close.
Take a look at it right
Hey, you
here.
can't touch him.
Oh my God, that's not a
Can't
foul.
touch him.
Come on, man, stop it.
Letter of the law. You can't touch that man.
Oh, 90 to 87.
Bad shot would have went in right there.
I don't understand why Toronto milked the shot clock all the way down to less than 5 seconds in the
Well, they can do this.
And Lowry again. Clutch bucket there. And Pat Riley's Heat down 3-2 in this
I see you,
series
T.O.
as the Raptors win at 99-91. The 13-point fourth quarter for DeRozan. You see a 25-point night for Kyle Lowry and Bismack Biyombo. 10 points and the 4 blocks. I
He's
mean,
doing all that flexing with 10 points and 6 rebounds.
and 4 blocks.
I don't all that flexing and bolt stuff shouldn't be happening for 10 points.
We need to start the games better. That first half was really bad for us. I think so. They had already 18, 20 points lead, and then it's really hard to fight back. But we did it, and we just need to be more focused at the beginning of the games.
Could you just speak to, I guess, how challenging it's been to see, both teams losing players to injury, yet you guys both just have to keep re-strategizing and bouncing back next guy out?
That's the worst part of the game is injuries. It changes so much of outlook of your team. But you continue to push along. We got other guys on the bench, and if someone cannot be out there, you have to be able to plug them in, and and hopefully, they help you.
So we have enough. We have guys that are confident in the team and the ability to get the job done, and now it's about just getting ready for a big game, Game 6 at home. Our guys love this.
The playoffs, man. You enjoy. If you don't enjoy the environments, you're not going to be successful. Going back home, obviously our crowd is going to be excited, to get us back on our home floor, and we're trying to force a Game 7.
Miami trying to do something no team has ever done in playoff history. That's win 2 series when they were down 3-2. They did it against Charlotte. Now they're down 3-2 against Miami. Do you see them winning this series, Charles?
Whew, I don't know, man. Well, I'll tell you this.
I don't know is not an answer.
Okay. I'm going to say this. No. This, I don't, listen, I'm not one of these idiots on TV who act like he knows everything. I'm trying to watch. If Toronto gets to Game 7, I'm going to go. I think if Toronto's going to win this series, they have to close it out in Game 6. Because I think if it goes back to Toronto, I'm going to go with Miami.
Because?
I just think the pressure will get to Toronto. Because, Ernie, if you actually watch these games, and I know you do, Toronto, they played not to lose. If you go back and look at the last 5 minutes of that game, they had a double-digit lead. And for some reason, they run the shot clock down to less than 5 or 6 seconds every single time.
And have to make a tough shot.
And have to make a tough shot. They're playing not to lose. And I think if they get to Game 7, they're in trouble. So I think if Toronto's going to win this series, they have to win in 6.
I agree with everything you said, but...
Why do you still have the fishing hat?
Oh, I didn't know I had the hat on. Let me tell you something, I forgot I had the hat on. But, Chuck, the big but is Joe Johnson is going to have a monster game. Because you said this a couple of days ago. D-Wade is out there by himself. So in order for them to at least force a Game 7, especially at home, Joe Johnson needs to have a monster game. And I need more out of Luol Deng, 4 points. And Dragic is good, 13, but if he can get it to the 17, 18-point range, they have a chance. But Joe Johnson, I need way more than 11 points from Joe Johnson.
Deng had a much better series against Charlotte than he's had in this series. But still, you got to.
But it's just about matchups.
Yeah.
If you look at this series, every game has came down to the guards. If Wade, first of all, I do agree with Shaq on the Joe Johnson. He's the guy who's got to step up. Dragic has actually had some good games. If Miami's going to win this series, they got to give Dwayne some help. Dwayne has played great, but Dragic has been inconsistent. But the guy who, Shaq is 100% correct, the one guy who's got to step up has got to be Joe Johnson.
And he was brought there for that reason.
You know what he is from 3 in this series, too? 1 for 17.
Wow. Yeah. And it's not even almost scoring for Joe. I think
being aggressive.
Yes.
Being aggressive.
Scoring.
The ability to be a playmaker.
Numbers.
He can get into the paint, which he has not been doing. Because he's at 6'8", he's able to handle the ball like a 5'8" guy. So getting to the rim is probably the biggest thing for Joe. Maybe not the score, but the penetrating pitch as well.
Friday night in Miami, Game 6. Chance for Toronto to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Chance for Miami to force a Game 7. Hands off to you, Joe.
What's that in the background?
It's your lifesaver. Star Wars.
Because you said hands off
Dummy.
instead of hats off. So they
Big dummy.
hands off to you.
There you go.